Yep, that is absolutely true. But at least I was not alone in that analysis.
That is true. He's not going to put his Twitter account down, and he is making all sorts of waves. And are you a little bit leery of the diplomacy in 140 characters?
I am, but I think in many ways we have to kind of get out of this being surprised mode with him, because I think we're gonna continue to see a lot of new approaches to being president of the United States. I read an article yesterday where it said that he was debating whether to even have computers in the White House, so that everything is done kind of without records necessarily being kept. I mean, it's a new world order in terms of being presidential. Clearly, I think it's either going to get an A or it's going to get an F. I don't think there's really much in between. I think it's what people voted for. I think majority of Americans that voted for him took a flyer. I think it was a well thought out and a well-intended flyer. I think they were just sick and tired of the politics as usual, to use that cliche. And they were ready to have someone that understood business in there, and someone that was just willing to kind of break all of the old protocols and traditions. And I just don't think most American people care about that anymore. They just want their issues solved. So it is going to be fascinating, but as I said, I think it's either going to be an A or an F in terms of how it works.
So now Republicans own the entire town, and their rhetoric about Obamacare has to come with something. Are they really going to? It's one thing to vote against it. It's another thing to sort of take it away. Sounds like they want to do both. They want to vote against it, but still have some remnants of it. So do they have the guts to pull the trigger and get rid of Obamacare the first week that they're running everything?
Absolutely. It will be done. It is not a matter of if, it's a matter of when, and it's going to happen quickly. Certainly there is a lot that Congress will be dealing with. You'll probably see a busier first quarter of a new Congress than we ever have been, because you've got the repeal of Obamacare, which is going to have to be handled in a very kind of inside. This may bother some people out there because they're sick of the inside games in Washington, but this is actually a legitimate one it'll be used through what's called the budget reconciliation process, which does not require 60 votes in the Senate. Therefore, it allows them to essentially defund and instruct Congress to start repealing portions of Obamacare. They'll be doing that. Obviously, they'll be dealing with the confirmations of President Trump's cabinet. I think people have to remember that cabinet members do not require 60 votes in the Senate. That's only for Supreme Court nominees. So again, the Democrats can do whatever they want to try to stop it, but they're not going to be successful, because a vote can be called on those by the Republicans at any time. And then there's going to be a lot of work being done to try to roll back some of these midnight regulations that President Obama has done on his way out.
But Trey, I don't want to stop you there, but we're short on time. Can they take away Obamacare without having a replacement? And so, great, you're going to take the funding away, so somebody's out there who likes their insurance, their funding is going to go away, or their subsidy is going to go away. What happens to that person, and are Republicans going to replace it with anything?
Well, they're certainly not going to leave people without health insurance and leave them on the street without that. So there's certainly going to be some type of grace period, that happens over the next year or so to get things back on track or stabilize things. But no, ultimately they're going to have a plan. It doesn't mean that our health care challenges have gone away just because they get rid of Obamacare, but there's no question that Obamacare has been a disaster. I think that's agreed upon by even folks on the left and Democrats. So they're going to, if they want to be successful politically, they're going to have a solution. They can't just get rid of it and just move on without addressing health care. So now they're going to have that.
It's going to be interesting to see what they come up with after wanting to be against it for so long. But they own it all. Trey Harden, Happy New Year. Look forward to all of your beautiful insights, including no Donald Trump as president. We were all there, Trey. I agreed with you. Everyone agreed with you. Trey.